And we're live. Welcome to Mort's Magical Wares, where the experience points are fake, but we've got magical carpets for sale. Buy one, get one. Test them on small clips first, and we'll see what happens. So we're here for episode 2 of the Yellow Silk campaign. We did episode 1, which was in low definition, low audio quality, and we've fixed many of those situations. I think that we've got better audio and better video quality and better lighting. So hopefully this is going to be a better experience for us as players to rewatch later, and for the viewers as well. All that said, we're here to kind of just bring forward this world of Primeval Thule, which we've explained in a previous stream, which you could go see in the VODs to get kind of a background of the game that we wanted to play. And we've got with us Rodan, our druid, Gert the ghost, our ranger, Arn, our just Arn, the sorcerer, and by the way, Arn, you could just leave your mic open because it should be good to go. Yeah, and then also we have Tembo, the thrice guard. Who is our barbarian, and then obviously the fighter. Fighter, and Kira, the unseen.
Kira,
the unseen.
Who pretty is our... deep voice for a halfling.
I know, I'm working on
it. We don't realize Kira is actually always faking it too.
I think your voice is deeper than mine.
All right, so I say we jump just straight into it.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
So, a young version of Gert the Ghost is hanging out at night by himself, is probably having to cook fire. What is Gert probably cooking as a young person?
Anything but skeever.
Anything with skeever.
Rats. Enough of that from Rowana.
No, skeever.
Are there deer nearby in this area?
I would say that there's deer. Yeah, those are a common food source.
And deer.
So I would say like a freshly cut deer. You've probably dressed it. You found it. You hunted it, and this is probably, we'll say, like 4 years in the past at this point. You're sitting across the crackling fire, and it's dark out, but you're in the wilderness in the grove that you've become so familiar with, and you see that there's just thanks for the follow, geothermal, and you see that there's you see that there is a well, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. Well, I'll just say, okay, so you're hanging out at the night, and give me a perception check.
9.
Okay. As you're freshly sliced up deer, you've got this giant venison steak. You're about to throw it on this bronze pan, and as it's been over the fire that's crackling, you're about to throw it onto this sizzling pan, and immediately you see an arrow just come by, and it pierces the steak and sticks it to a tree.
Is it, can I see where it came from?
Yeah, you see it comes off from the distance in the dark, and looking around, you kind of don't really take note of who it is quite yet. What do you do?
Feel dead to rights, so who's there?
Thanks, Finster. So you hear a woman kind of come close. She says, Maytolan.
Michael Venom. Am I saying it right?
Anane le.
Still sounds foreign when I speak it.
She continues in her Elvish as she steps forward, and this is here Alieth, and she She is the elvish woman that you've known, probably met across probably about 8 times or so at this point. She's a common hunter in this area who you came across, and the relationship, I think, has probably been, what, like hostile or kind of mutual to some degree?
Guarded.
Yeah, she walks in and she says, I've come bearing a better gift. And she has in her hands a freshly killed animal. It's part of a bear, which is like kind of rare in this part of the town or in this part of the forest. Mm-hmm. And she says, I found it myself not too long ago, but I took it out myself. It was a furious battle, but someone of my stature isn't so. It's not so difficult. She says, can I join you?
Please, since my meal is in a tree.
Deer is so common. We don't deal with that. You have to fight hard for your meal.
Well, I felt I was. I felt I did. If I found a bear, maybe I would have fought it.
Yes, I doubt you would. She says, go, please, impress me with your cooking. I've not seen this yet.
Take the haunch of whatever it is. Attempt to create something of a culinary delight, something that's better than whatever Wana would have made us. That's the main goal.
Yeah, give me a survival check to see just how well this is done.
10.
She eats it a little bit and
Spits it out.
it says, it's good that I saved the rest of the bear for and she sits down and she just stares into the fire shortly after that, just kind of staring. And she seems a little bit quieter than more so than before. But in previous encounters, she's very, very talkative and very standoffish to some degree. But tonight, she's just staring into the fire.
Usually boasting. I ask, is something the matter?
There's been these people who have found their ways into our town of Imistral.
That's east. To the east?
To the east, yes, my home city. I'm not really quite sure who they are, but they seem to be very politically involved. They're not elvish either. It seems very strange. But,
Dari? Like me?
no. These people, they're not like humans, it seems like. I don't know, they're just very weird. It's hard to describe.
I know one that's that weird. It's okay. It's just a halfling. They're harmless.
She says, she chuckles a little bit. Says, no doubt that Kira. Yes, I know. So she says, things are getting a little difficult in Mistral. I doubt they're going to be accepting any visitors anytime soon after this new movement that's been going, but I don't know anything about it. I might just have to, hopefully my father doesn't follow after their ways. I don't try to follow after politics. But something strange is happening. And then you start to feel water in your face. You look up, it's not raining, it's a clear sky. You blink and you realize, oh, I'm awake now, and you actually are now staring modern times out what looks to be like a den of a giant sloth. About 100 feet back is the rest of your party, as you have now spent probably about a day after the time that we left, the last session, you guys went out to go find this giant sloth. And you have since moved a day north, and you have found the den. You know it's nearby.
I'm gonna look around. I can still see most of them, right?
Yeah.
Just pointing for them that we're going to straight ahead. I'll motion for Takira.
I'll hide.
To go around. To quietly go around. Because I would expect my...
So
we would know that.
are we all in the den, or is just he in the den?
He went ahead and scouted, as it's kind of his prize to...
So is this like underground or in like a cave?
No, actually, so the giant sloths have been known to kind of live in caves, but this one has been recently getting ready to mate. And so it's a male who has been rubbing his back. as you can hear, because there's just scratch marks all over the trees, and it's what they do to rub their back to rub the scent of
really
the
easy
forest.
to find them.
And so you've basically come across a point where like there's all this tree bark just kind of missing, and there's a cavern probably 100 feet forward. But you saw you didn't see a so you probably didn't see a giant sloth go in there. Can't really see that. Thank you. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Osiris. Gotta make those bigger. Do you want to make that bigger?
Yes. Where do I
Make
click?
make GeoStream bigger on the bottom left, right there. Yep, that guy.
Just click him.
No, just click the little button right under it.
This guy.
Yep. Sorry.
There you go. Up to you.
So yeah. So go ahead and well, actually, what do you guys want to do at this point? Do you go forward, or do you actually just hide and disappear?
No. So I was just trying to understand kind of where he is relative to where we are.
Okay, actually, yeah. Both of you guys,
I'll-
give me a stealth check.
Okay. It's a 9.
Do you got your math skills figured out this time?
I do. Yeah. That was a 2, and I added 7.
Wow. 25.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right. So
Thank you.
So what do you do? Do you just walk up to him then?
So, I'm just trying to get more of the scene. Like, he's just. Does he know that it's a den, or have you seen the giant sloth?
No one's actually seen
Okay.
the sloth yet.
Okay.
Yeah. We
So
would have planned out.
I will walk up to him, sort of with my 9 stealth, and hope that I'm being quiet enough.
Okay.
Yeah. As soon as Kira gets close enough, I'll whisper quietly to go. It's Tembo to prevent it from fleeing if it comes out.
Okay, so I will try to run back.
Okay. Sure.
To
Go for
relay
it.
this message.
Yeah.
That's 17. That's much.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to run a little bit more stealthily. Okay. Yeah, you get there.
And I go to Timbo and Rodin is like, we found the den of a giant sloth. We don't know if there's a sloth in there, but we want you guys to stand guard. And if we get it out, slay that beast.
Past me. So if I turn and see him pull his weapon like that with his bloody intent, I'm gonna be like,
I will say this now. If we
I
remember,
just shrug.
"This is what I do."
I think he wants you to tackle it.
so if just as a reminder,
Yes.
so as a reminder, Kima had said that he wanted a fresh. It didn't have to be alive, but it had to be fresh because he wanted to be able to cook with it. So you guys are a day away.
Okay.
A day's not that bad.
Just stand guard. That's what I say to these guys, and then I go
I'm
back
gonna
to
whisper and say, "Oh, you know, what do I have to do here? What's my
nothing.
job?"
You're useless. Right, you
I can
weak
do it.
little man.
It's okay. I know my role.
Just watch our backs.
I'll just kind of meekly go towards the mouth of the cave and kind of look around.
So I will go back to Gert, and I will ask. Basically, I will. Should I stealthily go back? Or are you good with my?
I think you're good.
Okay.
I
I say, if there's a giant sloth in here, we should set a trap. How quickly could we set a trap for the sloth?
easiest thing for me to do is just coax it out. That's all we need to do.
And then you're gonna take him down?
And then we kill it.
We don't need to kill it right away.
Sorry.
You're not even near us.
And then we kill it.
Oh man.
Raw.
Can you set a trap though, just in case it gets past me?
What kind of trap could we set? You're the hunter.
A noose, rope. Look around.
Okay, I have some rope.
Okay.
So
So you're going to set up like what? Just like a tripwire?
Yeah,
yeah, with a loop in it, such that if he can see it and react quickly enough, and pull it, and then
Okay. Yeah.
hopefully not be carried away.
Well, you're gonna set this trap. I'm gonna go in and get him, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Give me a dexterity plus proficiency check.
11.
With your proficiency and your dex.
It's a 4. Give me a break.
All right.
Our rolls are just as good tonight as they were last time.
Hey, you guys can buy your own inspiration if you want. You just can't do it on stream though. Yeah, so just doesn't. No, so all right. So you tie your noose, and you got the rope, and you're probably hidden off in the side behind
You
a tree.
want
Probably.
to hold the rope and go?
Let me coax it
You
out.
want to go get him? Okay. I'm ready.
All right.
All right.
I'll
So you
start
got it.
Sneaking in and hoping to not interrupt anything that I would regret seeing.
Okay.
So
So give me a sneak check as you go inside the cave.
17.
All right, yeah. That's you walk in with ease as you come across this dark cavern, and immediately you're just inundated with this ridiculous stench of just disgusting decay, not death, but just like freshly killed animals that are slowly starting to rot. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
12.
12? Okay. So as the stench just starts to overwhelm you, you start to feel extremely sick. And you've got like you're basically poisoned at this point, so you have disadvantage on your next checks for about a minute. But as you hurl, I think just a little bit of bile comes out as you guys start to proceed. But your 17 was good enough for my check. So
Better in than out, I say.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. But either way, you hear the snoring of a very large beast.
One or
One.
multiple?
Of one.
Okay. Just try to approach it.
Okay. There is a beast. It is a very, very large, almost some would say huge, sloth. As it's just got this blood matted fur. It was white at one point, and claws probably about like 6 inches long from each of his fingers as he's hunched over to the side holding a horse haunch and just sleeping with it as his pillow. And he's got these just teeth that are all kind of showing because it's got, a horse bone in its mouth as it's sleeping. And the horse bone and the horse haunch look extremely small in its hands.
You realize how many halflings it takes to make a horse?
Good thing I came in here.
You're putting me in a very bad position.
All right.
I did not expect this sloth to be a meat eater. That's terrifying.
Yes. This is supposed to. I was like, so
I thought it was gonna be like a chill, like, what's up, guys?
I'm a sloth.
No, I'm gonna fucking eat you.
Oh wow. Try again.
Try again.
So, is my experience with this like this is like the biggest thing of one of these that I've ever seen?
I would say it's probably a average adult-sized giant sloth that you've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably not extremely, but now that you're there in person, like, it's pretty huge.
Are giant sloths? Just remind me, are they beastly or monstrous?
A beast. It's a beast of the wild.
So I'm gonna do something. I don't know if Kira can see me, but I'm gonna try to use primeval awareness to just calmly wake it up and sort of gain.
Okay, and that
trust.
is a animal check, right? An animal handling check.
It's no check.
No check. Okay, so you just
What does it do?
It's just an innate ability to communicate and
Okay.
recognize.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can communicate with them.
Just to
Oh,
be
shit.
like, hey, what's up? Are you hungry? What's going on?
I got a halfling in here.
what does Gert the Ghost actually say?
So I'm just gonna go up to it.
What kind of sounds does he make?
It is mating season.
I'm gonna go up and try to slowly like approach it, and I think I'm gonna actually take my bow out maybe,
Okay.
and sort of scrape it on the ground so to make enough of a sound that it might wake it up.
Okay, yeah.
Not to startle it, just enough to wake it up.
All right. Yeah,
glad I
I
can
would
see
just
you.
say give me a animal handling check anyway, and it should be an easy DC because of just innate ability. Actually, I'll give you advantage. How about that?
Okay.
Even though you're poisoned.
Oh, that's right. And you are poisoned, but
I'm gonna go ahead and take the luck.
okay. Yeah.
That was an 8 that I'm taking and rerolling.
Hey,
7, 8,
it's going
9.
one up every time.
13.
Okay.
He said it was going to be good as a DC.
Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't seem to be. It wakes up, but it takes note of you and just eats its horse haunch.
I'm trying to understand. From it, I'm just trying to glean. Is it hungry? Does it feel like it's in danger?
It's actually. It doesn't feel like it's in danger. It's just like more curious of you, as it's just eating its horse haunch now, but laying down.
I'm just like
It does seem very passive.
trying to look around to see if there's anything around that I can use to bait it out, like to grab a piece of the horse maybe to start dragging it out, like I'm stealing its food, in an attempt to make it follow.
So you want to take its food to kind of
A
pull
little,
it
like
out?
if there's a small section of it.
Let's see here.
And
Roll
Gurren
me
the
a
ghost is
D100.
the ghost.
I will give you a 75% chance that there's there's meat there. Otherwise, you might have to come up with something else.
Alright, white is 10.
Because he's sleeping with his only meat that I think he has. So we'll see.
High or low?
Low. 75% chance.
Ooh, 61.
All right. Yeah. No. We'll say you got it. So there's just the other haunch sitting right there.
I just put my hand on it and start pick it up, and I start dragging backwards. facing
It literally just grabs its current haunch and it like puts it down its throat, and then it comes out like a clean white bone, and then like puts it down and then just starts to come towards you.
I just back up slowly, try to keep it at the same distance away, towards passing, but not stepping on the trap that I'm going for. So
Okay.
that's the
Yeah.
aim.
Yeah. I think you can pull it off. So it gets out of the cave and it starts to get kind of watery out because it's a light rain, light drizzle, and start to come out. Hold on, let me roll.
Here.
Yeah, it doesn't take note of anybody. It's semi dark out, but
Kind of like
and it falls.
Doug Rodan.
Biggest.
They're coming.
This is the biggest thing Kira has ever seen.
I mean, on the scale, like you are this tiny and he is
Right.
this big.
I'm like, how in the
These things
hell
are like, what,
am I
like,
gonna trap
Probably
this
about
thing?
15 feet.
yeah.
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 It's humongous. The picture they have here is actually extremely
Yeah.
scary looking.
So
it's
from
like
this-
literally tearing trees apart.
So my expectation
you.
with
Like
this
a
trap, if I look, is Kira the only one holding the trap right now?
Yes,
Yes.
he is. This man who weighs 40 pounds is holding the
You
trap.
didn't tie it to like a tree?
That's
or
what I was.
something?
That's exactly. I'm looking at it, be like, nope. I don't know how to give him the wave off.
I just
because-
want to let you guys know Kira has very low intelligence.
Well, I don't know. Can I perceive that he has not tied it to a tree? Like, do I know?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Well,
I will say that you see him in his hiding place doing this, like holding his rope, but it's not tied to anything.
Oh my god.
I'm like looking at him, like looking at the haunch, looking at him, looking at Tembo back there, being like,
I'm all like,
where is it?
I was like, should have switched this. Didn't think
Where
this
is
through.
the beast?
Well, you see it, right?
Do I see
Way
it
in the
this
back,
way?
you can see me just give a thumbs
Yeah,
up.
no, you see the thing come out as
gonna
this
die.
humongo beast is getting close to the trap. So what does Gert do?
How much time do I have? Do I have enough time to try to like react to this? And be like, oh my gosh, I can't hold this, and actually trap this beast. I need to tie this to a tree.
Yeah. Give me a dexterity check plus proficiency and see if you can actually do it.
18.
I say that you take note of it and you start to tie it to the tree. Give me a stealth check as you start making noise.
18.
All right, yeah. Just you
16.
start to tie
16. I can't math.
it. Okay, all right, fair enough. It doesn't change the result. You start to tie it real quickly as he is now over the trap,
All right.
and
I'm trying to keep myself in sort of a circular pattern so that I don't like around it, so it doesn't move laterally off the trap.
okay.
And as soon as I feel like he turns to look at me that it's done, I like give him a signal.
Okay. Did you pull it?
Yeah, as soon as it's in
All right.
range, yeah.
You pull the noose and it grabs around. The goal was for one of his feet at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it wraps around it, and he has the horse haunch in front of him now, or you just keep pulling it off.
Well, I'm gonna as soon as I see him pull, I'm dropping it. I
Okay,
don't need
yeah.
it anymore.
He immediately starts to just grab it and just munch on it. And he says, "Man, I'm rolling all sorts of low right now."
But he doesn't notice.
He doesn't seem to notice it because it's just so large, and he's just more focused on this horse haunch. And he just consumes it, puts it in his mouth, and pulls it out like a clean bone, and then starts to look around. Tie it up.
Yes.
It is tied around his leg.
It's. Well, but he's
didn't
caught
notice.
at that point, right?
Yeah, he's caught. He doesn't
He's
know he's
caught,
caught.
but we have to
He doesn't know he's caught.
He doesn't know he's caught. We need him to like run at something and fall over, right?
Well, I'm gonna look at Tembo and just be like,
Do you want me to go in?
let's use the flat.
Sure, whatever.
You start running and charging after this guy, and immediately he takes note and starts to panic. And let's. Oh, yes. He
Well, that's not good.
snaps the tree in half that he's tied to. Roll initiative.
Oh,
That was a nat 20.
15.
All right, what does everybody have? Anybody have 20?
22.
22. Garrett?
Good. Here's the reason we're in this.
Anybody 15 to... You got 19?
18.
Timbo. Yura.
15.
What is... You got 15? Dang. All right. Arn, what you got?
9. I'm in the back.
You are in the back, and
So-
it makes sense, totally.
So what is the snapping trees initiative like for?
Yeah, so as it's going to fall... Actually, let's see if it falls. I'm going to give it a 25% chance
Great.
to fall on Kira.
Dead.
It's like
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't fall down. It starts to go forward.
Why
and
do you lead that
actually-
with a yep? Yep, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't fall.
yep, you're dead.
And it falls to the back as he starts to run forward. Garrett, you're the first to be aware that he immediately feels threatened and starts to charge after Tembo. What do you do?
I turn and my best attempt to start taking it down while he is distracted by the fearsome Tembo. Just
Okay.
attack. Just take the bow, pick it up, draw, and fire.
Okay, yeah. Oh man, let me change up this music.
Oh, and I'm gonna take a -5 on it for sharpshooter.
Yeah, it's probably pretty easy to hit,
We'll see.
given that it's so tall.
Advantage because it hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
9 plus 2 is 11.
11.
Yeah.
It hits.
Oh,
He's
yes.
he's humongous, so it's it's not hard to miss.
That's a lot of hit points, probably.
So I did 14. Wait. 17.
17 damage. All right. Yeah.
That's with the plus 10
your
from
first
sharpshooter.
bow, your first strike just hits tried and true right in the chest as it takes note of your now existence. As it was like, yeah, you fed me. Now what the heck, dude?
I thought we were friends.
All right, Tembo,
thought
you're
we were
charging forward
friends.
with your broadsword.
Yes, or my great sword.
Your great sword.
Yes.
Yeah, just straight up charging right after it. What do you got?
So I am going to just continue running at it, screaming, at the top of my lungs and dive under its arms and try to slash on it. And that is going to be a 9 to hit.
Yep. You keep charging right past it as you kind of misjudge how large this thing is, and you try to go under his arm, and you just kind of just walk straight through under his armpit, and now you're behind him.
All right, that's fine. When I turn around and I'm like, "Whoa!"
Kira, what do you got?
So how far? Because am I like the closest to this?
No. Yeah, so right now Tempo's the closest. Garrett's probably about 15 feet away, and you're about 30 feet. I'd say.
30 feet?
Or we'll say 25. Yeah, 25 feet away.
25? Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna immediately take out my short bow and start throwing some arrows at this guy.
Okay.
So
You throw him or
I'm
you
gonna
shoot
use,
him?
I have Assassinate, which gives me advantage because he hasn't taken a turn yet.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And then because I have an advantage, I have sneak attack. So
Nice.
that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that totally hits.
That's going to be...
All that sweet damage.
Oh, wow. One high, one low. So that's 9, 10, 14 damage.
You got exactly average.
And I think I'll take like a 25-foot... What's the range of the short bow? I was trying to find out.
It's pretty long.
80
Yeah, it's pretty
20?
long. I wouldn't worry.
So
about it.
actually,
So you
I'm
take
going to use...
you take some steps back.
I'm going to use cunning action. I'm going to dash and try to get away because I don't want him to come near me. One hit, I'm probably going to die. So
That's probably true.
It's okay. I'm
That's
keeping
fair
his
assessment.
attention right now.
yeah. So I'm just going to get as far away, still within range of the short bow. So.
It's like,
He's like looking under in between his legs.
and now he's looking at Rodan and Arn like snacks.
Yeah. All right, Rodin, what do you got?
Okay, so I run a little closer, and as I'm running, I take something out of my pocket and go, "Enredate."
All right.
What is that?
You got an entangle? All right, yeah, so it's a dexterity saving throw, right, on his part?
Nice.
He totally fails.
So
so
a bunch of
immediately
plants just
plants just
roll
grab around his
and
legs.
nail them to the floor.
And to break out, it's a strength check, right?
Strength check.
Okay.
This seems like it would have been a better idea.
Next time.
And I'm scratching my head like, what were they thinking?
We're not that bright.
No, it's all right.
Nope.
No, we're not.
So immediately after he starts to get tangled in, it's at the end of his turn he gets to try to break out, right? He swipes behind him as he tries to hit Rodin, who's yelling at him.
Oh
so
wait,
furious.
Tembo, you mean?
Yeah, to Tembo.
Okay, yeah.
Oh man, does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
All right, yeah, he's swiping behind him, but as he's stuck.
Do a sweet little roll
yeah.
out of the way.
Yep. So I think he has to spend his action to try to break out, right? Yeah. So he's still stuck in it. I'll say. Arn, you're chilling out in the back. You're probably about, we'll say, 60 feet away.
I'm gonna look behind me, and I see all this action going on. I'm just gonna nod my head, and I'm gonna take out my dagger, and I'm gonna go back to my duty, what my brothers gave me, and I'm just gonna keep watching out.
They've got this.
I told him to watch our back.
Gert's up top.
All right. Draw another arrow and attempt to kill the beast. Is it advantage or anything because it's entangled right now, or is it?
No, he's just stuck.
Yeah, you just can't move.
All right, back to we'll just do regular old attack. Good thing. 13.
Yeah,
and
hits.
3 plus 1, 4 plus 3 is 7.
Oh, you hit him for 7? Yep. Yeah, this time you the first one was really big, hit in the chest, and this one you just kind of hit him in the arm, and now he's like ready to start charging after you. Okay, Tempo,
All right.
you're behind him right now.
I'm going to take use my Great Weapon Master feat and take a -5
Okay,
on the attack roll to gain plus 10 damage.
so confident.
And I roll a 1!
So you start to charge after him, and the entanglement is just in the way, and your terrain is just difficult, and you immediately just kind of like trip over yourself as you try to swing forward, and you just
You know
totally
what?
miss.
Screw it. I'm going to action surge.
Okay,
And I'm going to do it again.
this time you're literally right behind him.
Oh my god, a 3!
You keep swinging. You're actually hacking at the entanglement, and it's
I'm
just
like
not
helping him get out.
no good.
Art's turn back.
Like,
He's gonna
Alright.
die. The worst.
Oh my gosh! All right, so Kira.
Okay, so he's within 5 feet, right?
Yeah,
At
he's
least
with the
I'm keeping its attention.
So I got another sneak attack. I'm gonna throw some more short arrows at this guy. I yell out, I'm like, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Shut up and shoot! And I roll. That's 9. That's a 13.
All right, yeah, that hits.
That hits. All right, sweet.
You guys are just plowing with arrows. That would be such a sad day if you just died by arrows.
8.
It
Tembo
will be
agrees.
a sad day.
That's another 14 damage.
Dang. All right, yeah, that's pretty good. He starts to his fur's already really bloodied, but now it's because of his own blood that's starting to bleed all over himself.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah. All right. So, Rodan, what do you got?
I take my staff and my quarterstaff and try to slam it as hard as I can.
Okay, so
on
you
his
run up
head.
to him and he goes right into the kneecap, or what?
On the head. If
He's 15 feet tall. You gotta.
He's
not
like,
pulled down
he's
by
all
the-
like coming down at me.
he's
and
not pulled
stuff.
down by
All
the-
right. We'll see if you can hit him in the head then. Sure.
Okay, I'm trying to knock him down. That's yeah, 20
Yeah, that's
19.
totally gonna hit.
and 1d6, not much damage. 1d6 plus 1. That's 6. Right in the head.
Yeah.
More damage than I
Trying
You
to-
poke him right in the face, and he immediately tries to break out of his entanglement and basically demolishes it as he runs forward towards Garrett. But you guys both get opportunity attacks on him
Alright.
as he starts to become enraged.
Take a -5 again. There we go.
There it is.
Yeah,
All right, I got a 15 to hit.
Yeah, it's
All right.
that's a 6.
I got a. That's 9 plus 3, 12, 22 damage.
ooh boy. Yeah, that does some serious damage. You actually just cut like the back of his leg as his like back, we'll say his left leg, it just splits open as you like cut his ankle or something as he starts to run forward and trips a little bit, but it looks like he almost falls forward onto Gurrit, but he catches his balance right before he does. Sweet. So Arn, you chilling?
Yeah, well, I'm
You
Tembo's
see,
usually a little
he's
more
starting to
on
run
point.
closer to you because he's running towards Garrett, and it's actually he's probably within like 40 feet of you now.
Okay. I'm gonna like yell, "Do you need help?" As I'm like still, keeping vision on the outskirts, like as if someone were gonna walk in at any second.
We're good. We're good. All right. Yeah. Garrett, what do you got? He's right in
I
front
give you a
of you.
thumbs up.
He's right. How close in front of
I'll say he's like within melee distance.
Ooh. All right. I'm going to use move action to try to side step away, at least get enough away from him so I can do.
Okay.
a
So
bonus
if
attack
you
without
try to
having-
move away, he's gonna try to. He's
That's
gonna.
fine.
Okay. Yeah. He's gonna try to swipe at you. Is it gonna bode well? 13 to hit?
No.
Oh, oh dang, dude. Nice.
He's got high dex and he's wearing
Yeah.
the bone.
So
and
you managed to just fall in between his arms as he's sweeping forward, and then you run off to the side.
off to the side and then
Another bow.
yeah, I'm gonna spend a superiority die to add to the attack,
Okay.
so I can actually try. And I'm not gonna do the other one. I'm just gonna attempt to hit here. 18.
That hits.
Why'd you side an 18?
Well, I didn't realize until the math. I'm like, because that was only a 3 and that's only an 8, but I forgot that it's just a lot. He's got a 7 to hit with the bow, and then 6 plus 3 is 9.
All right. Yeah. He starts to kind of move around a little bit as he's starting to get very woozy, but he's very determined at this point to at least hit someone. And then,
I don't recall. Do we need him alive?
that's up to you guys to decide.
No, I can't remember. I think he like
He
mentioned
wants us to, yeah.
Fresh as possible.
fresh as possible.
So
How's he looking right now?
He's looking extremely bloodied.
Okay.
All right. So Tembo.
All right. I'm gonna come charging after him and say, "Don't forget about me!" And I'm gonna try and just like slam him in the back with the flat of the blade.
Okay, so you just want to try to knock him
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna
go for it.
I'm gonna just start hitting him hard like that. I'm gonna take a -5 to get a +10.
Ooh.
And that's
Yeah.
gonna be a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that totally hits.
Yeah, and I get to reroll that too. All right, that's gonna be 19.
Yeah. So you go with the back of your blade, whoosh, knocks him right in the head, and it, like, as it's already kind of losing its balance, just falls forward, unconscious.
Oh.
Are you not entertained?
Leave the wise quotes to me.
The tripping was great.
I go up to the beast, I get my arrows, I'm like, in a mad world, only the mad are sane.
What does that even mean? Start pulling arrows to recover. Can we recover
Yeah,
all
you
of
can
them?
get half back. Yeah. All right, so you have now a knocked out sleeping beast in front of you who is humongous and bleeding out.
Of course, we planned by bringing Ed the donkey attached to a cart, right? Or were we
We
not
did
so
just end
prepared?
up here, so I hope.
We had to have planned this at least to.
Ed is a
Yeah.
vital part
How
to the
idiotic
Did you-
our percentage
Hey,
on this
you did
one?
it in media res here, where you were like, "Oh, you're already there."
All right, I rolled the 96. I'll say sure. With whatever.
We had to have brought some sort of provisions to deal with bringing back a giant sloth.
Yeah, no, we'll say that Ed is there, and he's got he's further off in the distance, and but you're gonna have to carry the sloth or get Ed closer or whatever. But either way, you can.
Well,
put
it
him
will
on a
help
cart.
Ed pull it.
Ed
yeah.
is not able to pull this
It's not a
humongous
trap
piece on
force
his own.
sort of
Yeah,
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
but
he's-
When I see the beast sleeping, I'm gonna head over to Ed. I'm gonna start pulling him in the cart closer, whispering sweet nothings into his ear. It's okay, buddy.
Ed actually he takes too kindly to you. He likes that.
Yeah. We're birds of a feather, Ed and I.
So yeah, all right. So you put him on the cart, and you guys try to help him pull it. And I think it's a long and treacherous moment to bring him back. But what do you guys do?
Don't we need to like tie him up a little bit more? You know,
Please tie up the beast.
I would if the
if you
rope
hadn't
that
noticed, he's huge.
I will acquire my rope before we leave,
But-
unless we've already left.
Let's,
Oh, no, you haven't.
Let's
Yeah.
look at the rope. Was it like? Do we believe it's just easily snapped? There's no way we're gonna tie it up with this. Like, where did you get that rope?
He broke the tree. He did not break the rope.
That's the question.
The tree is broken, but the rope is perfectly intact.
I have some more
My
rope,
apologies,
just in case.
Kira.
I think I do.
I hand over my rope.
All right, let's start throwing it over to Tembo, and then we just pass it underneath.
yeah.
and just
Okay,
keep
give me
trying to-
a dexterity plus your proficiency.
Both of us, or just him?
You guys can do it together, and we'll see what you come up with.
Can we make like a sleigh with the felled tree?
Got a 17.
You might be able to.
Ooh,
It'll take a while to do that. though.
Actually, we should take the tree and put his arms like around it and like bind his arms so he can't like.
He did destroy
What is
the
he?
tree.
He's like the martyred sloth.
Yeah, basically. No, I'm not saying crucify him. I'm saying no, like put it.
It's like
No,
All
like,
the other sloths, they're gonna learn their lesson.
no.
This is a lesson for all the
you
other
put it.
large
You put
shots.
it behind his head, but in front of his arms.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
not freaking
How strong
crucifying.
is Tembo? My goodness. Like, I'm trying to see. Like, I'm going to see if him trying to do this.
I'm
just
thoroughly
gonna
impressed
watch.
by this decision to do this.
Can Tembo actually? If he can.
I don't
pick up
know.
the tree-
I got a 16 strength.
It's a small oak tree.
Arn's
you
gonna
know.
rush over and try to help him with his very noodly arms.
I'm just
on, make yourself useful.
Kira's just watching this and just kind of laughing.
I'm going to
Just
double check and
drinking
make sure all
some
the
mead.
ropes are good, and then I'm just going to be like, Tembo.
This is funny.
No, this is a good idea.
Very good idea. Continue.
I think you can reliably pick up the tree. It's not as big, but there's all of the leaves and stuff. So you would have to probably try to cut the leaves off.
I have a hatchet for this purpose, just to hack it away. I'm like,
Just
okay.
take out the great sword.
I'm just like helping him do whatever it is he's doing until he explains it to me. I'm assuming he'll explain it to me.
Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experience wisely.
That one sort of applies. I think.
So yeah, okay. You got the tree. You cut off
Do you ever wonder
the
if
the branches
they
and the leaves.
Are our curse?
No, you just tie it around here, and then tie it around over here.
Does it like look?
The sloth is like basically laying in his bed, kind of laying in the sled, kind of just basically with his arms tied to this tree.
Try their best to tie it to the cart such that if it starts picking up and try to get away, we can deal with it.
And then you just tie around its back and stuff.
Okay.
Look, this is gonna work.
Alright, I'd motion for Timbo to get to the other side of Ed, and I'll get on the other side too, and we'll start pulling it, because there's no way that Donkey's going to be the only thing down.
I jump on top of Ed.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mind. It's light enough.
Because the donkey doesn't have enough to pull.
It's like right next to Kira.
Why don't you ride on like on the sloth?
I think I hit the sloth more than anyone. I deserve a rest.
I just lifted a tree.
Helping the dragon, just do my best to monitor what's going on as we're trying to travel back.
Yeah.
Take the best path that
it takes an enormous amount of time to get back because Ed is very, very incapable of being able to pull it and gets tired very quickly.
I noticed this and jump off Ed.
It doesn't seem to really make too much of a difference, but you know, you guys do make it.
Yeah. Gotta get more donkeys.
At least
two more. A couple more.
Yeah.
You could have gotten a horse actually for this.
Why didn't we think of this?
Yeah, we should have gotten. Why did we get
It's almost like
Ed's
we
good
were just
enough tonight.
dropped out here with nothing.
You guys suggested Ed. If you said a horse, maybe I would have said, yeah, why not? But
I suggested Ed for the other trip.
Kira admits that was my bad.
It was a jerk DM moment, I guess. So
to be fair, I think most of us are not very smart.
No,
so that was
I think
probably...
that's probably true.
When we don't know who to hate, we hate ourselves.
No, it's you. No, I'm sure it's you. Keep pushing.
Okay, so you guys start to make your way back. Arn, roll me a d12.
Gotcha. 3.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think the next day, the current night, kind of passed uneventfully, and you guys basically make it back to the town of Blacktail with this beast. And halfway through the evening, the beast is mobile, or rather, isn't mobile, but like is awake, but is not able to break out. Okay. And is stuck, and the entire time it just cries out, and it's extremely loud. But despite all of the noise, there isn't really much of a emotion beyond.
Our town is going to be destroyed by an army of vengeful sloths.
Hey, your friend's the one that wanted this thing.
Well, not my friend.
Like,
but...
I mean, the entire reason we're bringing this back is because of you.
This is true.
So,
for this, I am very thankful to everyone except.
So if the town gets destroyed, it's your fault.
I get no respect.
So you
get
guys,
a little.
Oh my God. So you make it back to the town of Blacktail with this beast on your cart, and
can you like soothe it with your little mind games and stuff?
I could attempt, but they're
be like, it's okay, buddy.
We're just gonna kill you a little.
We're just gonna kill you and eat you.
No. I don't, like, meta, I don't think that they're in a state where they're in pain and this, that we can do anything until it's been out of that situation and not caused by us. It knows that we directly caused it.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like...
We're kind of dicks.
Yeah.
Well, his food will nourish the entire town.
Bring it up to Kima. Kima's the one who makes the world famous rock stew, and you bust into town, and people kind of who are still there basically take note of this humongo beast, and they cheer you guys on. Yeah, so you jump on top.
I'm like triumphant, holding my short bow.
At some point, I'm trying to get
I'm telling everybody, I'm the one that put the tree up there.
So it's
put the tree up there, guys.
Pulling and pushing, so that Ed is no longer there. That way, I can go.
I'm yelling.
Okay.
I yell out.
Wait, we're getting rid of Ed?
So
or
you
am
and
I
I-
like
yes.
pulling
So
it?
you and I can-
Like 20 feet back, I'm just there with
pulling
Ed.
this giant cart.
and then next to it, trying to.
I pulled it the whole way, guys.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to give you your moment.
Kira, I should say, not Kira. Nathy is out working in the fields, and he sees you pulling this,
And I'm
he's
all just like,
yeah. He gives you a little sign of respect.
I yell out as I'm on top of it. I say, "The reward for a thing well done is to have done it."
As you're standing on this sloth, and the sloth does not like this, and he starts crying out even more. But like he's trying to do like belly waves to remove you from it, but you probably keep balance on it. And you pull in, and Kima's there. He basically says, "I didn't think you'd be able to do this. Wow, that's excellent." He says, "Come on, bring it to the back of the house."
Kira's really confused that he wasn't being spoken to directly since he's literally standing on top of the slope, triumphing as it was like his own kill.
So you bring the beast to the back, and he goes to the house to meet you guys out back, and he comes out with this meat cleaver that's probably about this large, and he says, "This beast will serve us well." And like chops the head off.
Tembo is very impressed at this guy's like just clean cut.
As the head just kind of rolls off, and he says, "I need to work." And he says, "As the agreement, feel free. The next time I'm making rock stew, I will teach you all of the secrets." And he has written down. He's like, "But I know reading is not the strong suit for many people here. So I will show you the ways."
Agreed.
So yeah, and he starts to basically dress the beast.
Well, help him in that scenario. If like
I imagine you guys kind of go about and do that.
No, I wander up.
You don't do that. Yeah. So he has like
I
this
did the
rope,
hard
and he
work.
just has like this like bronze crank as it just lifts it up and
I
just
got other things to do.
drains blood into this gigantic tub, and takes it from there. All right. So what do you guys want to do around this town?
dunk my head in water, probably clean up. In a bloodbath, whatever that was.
I'm gonna go wherever people drink and start telling them the story. So, like, gotta get the news out there like, as fast as possible.
I'll join Timbo with that.
All right. I'll say.
What time of day is it?
Say what?
Time of day.
We'll say it's
what time
midday.
of day?
Yeah, midday.
Okay,
Day.
cool.
Yep.
Well, probably closer to evenings. That way, people are actually at the tavern, probably having their beverages. What you got?
I take the head and kind of like take it to maybe like a secret area.
This just got weird fast.
I'm glad we went to the
We'll let
Yeah.
that detail out. We'll see how that is. I think we just learned a new thing about Rodan.
No, I just want to give it kind of like a proper burial. And,
Oh, that's true, right?
And give him respect for.
I guess that's
feeding-
something we would know, right?
Yeah,
Like, oh, there
he
goes
doesn't
Rodan
take it
with
too
his
seriously.
animal head.
So you take the head and you
give him respect
basically-
and
You're at least
you know,
not like wearing it like a hat or something.
no.
Or
But
worse.
thank him for feeding the town.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
your
All
sacrifice.
right. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. So, I think as you go help with the sloth, you go to give it a proper burial. Beyond that, what does Kira and
I'm hanging
Arn?
out with Timbo. We're going.
You go to Tembo.
Yeah,
What does Arn do in his free time in the town?
I'll take Ed to this pasture near the town with like a nice pond there, so he can drink some water. And assure him he did a very good job, and just lay down in the field and look at the stars.
Is that
very
so
relaxing.
Your best friend's.
Yeah, of course it is.
All right. Well, I think
Apparently, so is mine.
I think we'll call it
Well.
a interlude for the time being, and you want to remove his screen real quick, and then we'll be back in most likely like 5 minutes or so, and we'll be back. Thanks for showing up. We are now. We've accomplished a side quest. We've destroyed a giant sloth, which was a humongo monster, and not only that, but now you've been promised to be given a nice rock stew that's going to be delicious. The town loves it. There was something you said as soon as we cut that you wanted to do.
Oh, I was going to pay respects to, or at least after Rodan returned, to thank him for doing his ritual for the
Yeah.
beast, and sort of in a way of saying also thank you to the beast for
Okay.
dying for us. for this great cause that is to get me some.
So,
Sure.
as you guys
People.
go for the night to take your rest, it is not a restful rest. Each and every one of you guys had basically had a nightmare of a time in which something happened to you, maybe a past event, but the events didn't quite turn out the way that you wanted. Whereas, like, for example, maybe you were fighting this giant sloth, but instead the tree did fall on Kira. And you wake up in a sweat, completely not exhausted.
Out of sight.
Or
out of
completely
mind.
exhausted. Not rested. is
Who
what I
are
meant
you
to
even
say.
talking to right now? You're by yourself.
Nobody.
No, why are you in his bed with him?
You know, yeah, so Rodan, maybe the head, as you buried it, wakes up and snaps at your face. And you wake up in a fit.
Oh wow.
Arn, you start to realize that your lack of action towards the giant sloth, you turn around to check your back, to check the team's back, only to find another giant sloth to take one final swipe at you.
Oh no.
And as Tembo is resting, he realizes as he pulls out his sword that it is actually just nothing. And you're swordless. And as you look down, your thrice scars are open and bleeding as you fall over to your side. And as Gurrit wakes up, he has a dream of being consumed by a giant sloth inside the cave. As you try to pull the horse haunch out of its face, because there was no other horse haunch. And he immediately swipes at you, and you are consumed. So you wake up, and it's the middle of the evening, and yeah.
Do we hear each other rustling?
I think everybody realizes
we're
that
all in
people
the
are
same
up
house,
and
that's true.
yeah, you guys are all in the same house. So you guys all wake up, and you can hear each other's like heavy breathing, people kind of terrifying, like screaming as they wake up a little bit. But either way, it is you wake up just completely exhausted.
I'm gonna go down outside to like a barrel of water or something and like dunk my head in.
Yeah, there's the horse water right there, and you just whoosh,
Yeah.
and you start to feel a little
Kind of
cool.
push Ed out of the way.
Yeah,
Sure.
Hearing him, Tembo, stomp downstairs, just follow suit.
You're up too?
Bad dreams.
Yeah.
I kind of go down and hear this banter. I say, if it scares you, it might be a good thing to try.
What?
I think it's
Go back to bed, you're still asleep.
yeah, I think his sayings get worse at night.
Yeah. Was that even common? Yeah, I was fighting the sloth and my sword was gone and I was just bleeding out.
He was chewing on me all over, swallowing.
The tree fell on me.
Is that Kira's back over here?
I get some ale and go down to the guys and relate my experience.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The head came alive and tried to eat me.
This is weird.
as you guys are kind of communing out front, you also start to hear other people kind of see their lights kind of turn on as they light up their lanterns as people start to kind of wake up and do similar things where they go outside, they need fresh air, they feel suffocated in their beds as they just have a lack of rest. And other people around the town, as you start to look around, as these lights start lighting up in the village, you realize that there's everybody in the town experienced a nightmare of something that happened.
Where's Arn?
Where is Arn?
He's coming out as everyone's realizing this and wiping some tears from his eyes. What's up, guys?
Arn, did you give the town nightmares?
That was my immediate thought. Damn it. What'd you do?
No, no, man, that wasn't me. And I just go over and hug Ed. Really
Ed
makes me
just
feel
nibbles
safe.
your ear just a little bit to give you to console you.
Yeah.
I don't know what makes me more uncomfortable.
Him and that dog.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's so bad.
Look for Crenshaw. Is he up?
Yeah, Crenshaw. He wakes up shortly after, and he says, "What is this? The whole town is awake.
It seems so.
There was something. I knew this was a problem.
What? What was the problem?
It turns out Teeg is still sick, and the nurse that was taking care of him, she fell asleep after about a day taking care of him, and we figured maybe she was exhausted. But after a day when she couldn't wake up and was still dreaming, we knew there was a problem.
Where's she now?
In her bed. He says we should go investigate.
So Teeg and her are
Teeg and her are basically in like your village, like healer town, like healer room.
infirmary sort of.
Like infirmary type thing.
Tembo sprints back to his room, grabs his sword.
Okay, you're
He's already wearing his armor. He basically
He's
never
already-
takes it
he
off.
sleeps in his armor.
Yeah.
It's only like
What
this
is
big.
He's a
right?
little Mari.
Oh, I guess that's true, right? Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
No, I'm wearing like scale or whatever.
Let me get some mood music here. So
Yeah, you got some creepy music.
Do we have to go back to the? I asked Crenshaw. Do we have to go back to the pyramid ruins?
At the mention of the pyramid, I kind of hold Ed a little closer.
yeah, he said. So you guys get to the infirmary as you ask him that, and he says, "I'm not sure what they were doing over there. Teeg hasn't woken up since." And you guys open the door to the infirmary as you walk in. You see on the bed at the farthest part of the room, what seems to be the woman, who is Kierna. And she was the town nurse, basically, who helped heal people, not through magical means, but through just wrapping bandages and helping with herbs and stuff to kind of like poultices and stuff like that. And she's sleeping on her bed, kind of like completely restless, just moving side to side. And the other bed next to her, Crenshaw looks over there and he says, "What? Teeg is gone."
Look for evidence. Try to see if
Where'd
there's
he
any
go?
evidence of him, like that we can track him.
Yeah, give me a survival check, I would say.
19.
Yeah. You see he's basically, his blanket kind of followed him out as he was wrapped up real tight, but then managed to make it out just the front door. Managed to close the door on his way out. You see like little footprints of it, but as you look outside, immediately the footsteps are gone.
They just stop.
Yeah, like they were there up to the point where the doors opened. You see like a footstep that's out there, and then was just gone.
Tembo looks up.
You look up and give me a perception check.
That's not bad. 15.
Yeah, you look up and just it's hard to see because it's still dark, but you look up and you think you hear flapping as a large bird or something just kind of flies.
Wait,
off
there's
of it.
something flying away.
As you guys look, at that point it goes off into the east.
See just a little.
You just see just like
Is
little
it headed,
flaps.
Is that the direction of the pyramid that we
Yeah.
went to?
Yeah.
We have to go back.
We have to go.
Okay, Jack.
We have to go back. That's so good. I love it. Oh my gosh.
What are we waiting for?
Daylight?
We'll never find them then.
Crenshaw turns around. He says, "Wait. What are we talking about? Like, we don't
They've
even
got
know.
Teeg.
We don't know that. He could be just out for a walk.
Crenshaw,
We should look around here.
we just saw something flying away.
It could have been a bird.
Yeah, it was probably a bat. I'm just like start walking
It looked
around.
really big.
It like a very large bird.
And
His tracks stop here.
there's no.
Here.
You can't. He's not here.
Did you see him? Any evidence anywhere?
I saw the bird, and I think Crenshaw has lost his mind.
It's like, we must kill him.
So he says, "Look, I don't know what this is. I don't even know how Yerna was affected by this. But there is something strange that is going on, no doubt. I'm curious if we should bring in some help, or at least present the situation. I mean, there's something strange going on. The entire town is awake because of a nightmare that happened this evening.
Something happened in the pyramid. We should go back to the pyramid.
I agree. Okay. Do you want to leave now, or are you waiting for daylight? I think it's best.
We know the way, and they've already got a head start on us, and they can fly. So we should go now.
Okay.
But
Gathering things.
But the dream has us restless. We haven't rested.
Yeah, you
We're
guys are
tired.
literally exhausted in game,
The jungles are dangerous at night.
and that is also true.
I think we need to go back to sleep and wait for the break of day.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to sleep.
We have to try. We're too tired.
I
We'll
sneakily
die.
go behind Teeg to try to knock him out.
Tempo, you mean?
I mean, Tempo.
Wait, you found teeth?
They're appeasing.
Behind us the whole time.
Their perception is great. Ours is
I was
horrible.
hiding him.
Crenshaw was right. What are we doing?
Since things are being connected with the pyramid now, Arn's starting to put some things together, and he's going to go back to the healer woman and kind of see if there's anything going on with anything of the arcane nature.
Okay, yeah. Give me a Arcana check.
What is this arcana?
Don't worry about it. It's
It'll just scare
It's
me.
magic
11.
stuff here happening. How much?
11.
Okay.
Tempo's going to stay outside while he does this stuff.
You start to open her eyelids. They're completely dilated, and actually just black. There is like almost no irises at all. You feel her heart rate, and it's extremely accelerated as well. But as you start to really hone your powers in, you know that there is something emanating from inside her, from within her chest and her stomach.
Okay.
But there is a
like alien style or
alien style. Yeah, no.
It's Teeg.
So I don't know. I don't think alien style is probably a good way to put it. But
okay.
yeah, no. I think with an 11, I think that's what you know, that there is something inside her, and that's not a normal thing for people to have.
No, so when something inside her, meaning like there's some sort of power emanating from her, or is this like I'm getting the vibe that there's something living
Physically
inside
inside her.
Oh no, just something that's emanating from her, not physically inside her. I would say with an 11, you cannot tell
right.
the difference.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this can I like relate this at all to my exposure to the Miko magic in the pyramid?
I would ask for another Arcana check for that.
Hey, okay. No worries.
Yeah, hey, gotta give you something.
Let's see.
15.
I would say absolutely yes. There is something
Okay.
that you sensed from the moment that you guys had the fight with the priest there, that the same type of magic that was instilled into Teeg is the same type of magic that you see inside of Kierna right now.
Okay. And by any chance, does a 15 get me any sort of insight as far as what we have experienced, or is there some sort of something emanating from the town as well?
You, I would say, don't know. You've never seen anything like this.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back outside to everyone and tell them whatever's happening with Teeg and this woman is definitely related to what happened in the pyramid.
I yell out, "To the pyramid!" and I go back up to my room.
Wrong way, Kira. Grab my bow. While you're up there.
Sleep.
Okay.
Sleep.
So you tried to go to sleep after this. Does everybody else try to do that?
Yep.
Do my best.
I'm waiting for Kira to come back for a second. I'm like, wait, did he just go to bed?
I thought that's what we agreed on.
Yeah. You
run up.
start to sleep or try to, and every time you guys start to close your eyes, it is nothing but
Nightmare.
despair, nightmare, terror. And every time you wake up, just completely exhausted. Every time you start to try to sleep even more, it feels like every nightmare gets a little bit more powerful. Like you start to feel physically ill from just the idea of sleeping.
30 minutes of this, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I just give up.
Yeah.
I would give up and be like,
Yeah, I get up and
like Tembo's right. Let's
Yep.
go.
Well, I mean, after how many iterations, like what time of day are we at this point?
I would say it's like dusk.
Dusk, yeah.
Yeah.
There.
wait, dawn?
Or dawn.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say we
Because-
slept all
We
night.
slept all day.
Well, we didn't sleep.
Yeah. Yeah,
To
no,
the
I
pyramid.
would want to get up earlier. Man.
Grab my gear and start getting.
Grab Ed.
Ed.
Okay.
Grab a cart.
And your cart, which apparently now exists.
Hey.
I'll let it slide this time. Yeah. So
Should we bring a horse?
We
you did all right last time.
We just need to be able to bring Teeg back on it. So,
Do we need the cart?
No.
well,
do
it's a
not
lot
need the
easier.
He was fine on that.
We didn't need the cart.
Yeah, Ed was able to handle it last time.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
Ed?
Sure.
Do you hear him complaining?
Or are we bringing back the pyramid?
Brick by brick.
We're gonna need some followers for that.
They can't have their creepy magic if there's no pyramid.
Right.
Okay, so
Flawless logic.
I would say as you guys start to kind of head out into the woods, basically following the beach again last time, I will say, Kira, roll me a d12.
12. 11.
Mort is happy.
All right,
Suddenly.
I think it's go time.
DM's like,
You
Ed
start
makes
to.
My random encounter sense is tingling.
there's too many smiles.
I gotta keep my poker face, man. I
need a
I
DM
give
screen
way
for
too
your
much.
face.
My other one was taller, and I was actually hiding behind it in the last session, so maybe that's what I need. As you guys start to head out, you start to kind of look around, and you realize there is the forest, the beach is alive. It just there's so many sounds going on. The first day that you guys start to get close to it, I'd say by dusk, that you guys start to decide to take a rest before you're about to hit to the rock that looks like a turtle shell, right? That's what it was last time. You guys are almost to that point, but I would say it's still quite a ways out. You guys take your night to rest. Who takes the first?
Well, are you said it sounds very active, like force. Is
Yeah.
it more so than normal, or
Yeah, more so than normal. Like almost like the animals are restless.
I'll take a watch,
Yeah, actually, we camp just outside the jungle, just
like on the road still.
on the beach.
On the beach.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
out.
there is actually no road. It's basically following beach and
Oh,
forest
okay,
line
okay,
kind of
yeah,
merged
I get
together. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who you say who goes first?
I'll take first watch.
All right, give me a perception check.
10.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I just talked about this.
Great poker face.
This
really gotta work on that. You seem so excited about nothing happening.
No. All right, fair enough. All right.
This doesn't
So
make any sense.
you start to hear. It is in your favor. You hear this movement in the forest as it comes closer.
Pull out the sword. Gotta start nudging people.
You start
Something's
kicking.
out there.
Yeah, you guys are completely aware that there's a creature growling low, like as it just starts to kind of approach.
Do we have any idea what that
ready my
sounds
short
like?
bow.
Is it a familiar sound?
Give me a survival check for that.
Everybody? Or just... Who's awake at this point?
3.
Everybody can do it if you want.
What are we doing? Survival?
Yeah. Group checks, by the way, like
Nat
22.
20, biatch.
Dang, dude. All right, yeah.
I actually got a 0.
Just to balance this
He's
out.
Well, at least it
we got a
wasn't
fail, we got a
negative.
fail. We got a 60.
22.
22.
23.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would hope you'd.
Wasted it on
Immediately.
a survival check.
Hey, you
What
guys,
everybody
you guys
else
all
did
wanted to
well,
roll.
I wanted to say it. It was exciting.
You take note that off in the distance, in the forest line, there are 2 pairs of glowing eyes.
2 pairs?
2 pairs. As like one opens
Like
up
not
and gets
like
closer.
this or anything.
No,
but like, okay.
like
Just
separate.
making sure we
Kinda
got, we don't have some sort of like.
It's like, more so like 2 pairs kind of moving off to the sides, kind of getting closer, as they both kind of take note that you guys see them and notice them. They're kind of reluctant, but you recognize that these are cats, very 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 large saber-toothed cats.
Everybody get back to back. Can't let them outflank us.
Kind of have my bow kind of aimed at one of them,
Okay,
back to back with these guys.
they're looking
I
Very
ate my vote
hungry.
over Kira.
just as you guys all kind of wake up, you're ready to go. They start to kind of approach.
For this plane.
I
Okay.
Have it ready in my hand.
Yeah. All right. I would say one of them takes note of Ed, and
No.
immediately starts to approach Ed.
I take out a ration and I just like chuck it in. the
Okay. Yeah.
opposite
Okay.
direction.
Give me a animal handling check.
It's 8.
Yeah, it ignores it. it starts to immediately run towards Ed.
All
The
right,
other
get
one
that
comes to the
ration.
side to attack you guys as a distraction.
Is Ed in the middle of us or is he off?
Ed's
to the side?
off to the, Ed's off. I would say probably behind you guys.
And it?
I would say roll initiative.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, let's get this skirmish music.
He's rolling for Ed.
Do you want me to?
You don't have to. Ed's yeah. You want roll
Ed's
for Ed
Arn's
because,
initiative, whatever Arn is.
Yeah, wherever Arn is, Ed's at.
Wow, Ed's so much better than me. Ed got 16.
Ed's
I
got
got
amazing dexterity.
11.
We'll put Ed with you, Arn.
Okay.
Who's
So I
above
got
20?
11.
Anybody above 11?
18.
16.
You're 3. What does Tempo get?
I got a 7.
All right.
Oh,
Cats
wow.
are last. As these 2 cats are approaching from side to side, one is aimed straight towards Ed, the other one's coming straight towards you guys in your little group. All right, Garrett, what do you got? These cats are ferocious. They've got like these 6-inch teeth kind of coming out, completely clawed out with their hands, and they're running ferociously fast.
Alright, going for sharpshooter again.
Okay.
And I'm going to add a superior die. Oh, I'm glad I did advantage on that. It's 19 plus 7, or plus 2 is 21.
21? Yeah, hits.
Alright.
As are you hitting the one that's coming towards you or towards Ed?
Ed.
Okay.
So 6, 9, 19
19.
with the plus 10 from sharp.
Dang, dude. All right. So, Kira,
Yeah. So Kira.
this arrow just right in the neck as it cries out and now is like in pain, physically in pain.
I'm gonna go after the same one with the short bow. I'm gonna assassinate, which gives me advantage, and also sneak attack. So that's going to be a 19,
Yeah, it's
and that's going to be 12 damage.
dang, dude. Yeah.
Take it out.
No, it does not.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hide behind Tembo.
These are not.
Actually,
these are
no.
not very
I'm gonna
easy
hide
to
behind
kill
Kurt.
kitty cats. Okay, so you're hiding in the back a little bit.
I'm
Give
gonna
me.
like kind of
Yeah. Okay.
get out of the way.
All right. Yeah, sure. You can say you just hide immediately.
Okay.
They're not. That one's really not even focused on.
Well, I'm worried about the one coming at us.
Okay. Yeah.
Attacking me.
Fair
so
enough. Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna hide.
So you're behind.
running
You're
away.
behind the meat shields.
Yes, yes.
Arn.
I'm gonna yell out Ed's name and cast magic missile at the cat coming towards him.
Okay. Yeah. Roll the damage. As these giant bright lights coming out of nowhere, as this
Yeah, Temple.
insane magic comes out.
5, 7, 13.
This cat just messed with the wrong donkey.
It's
not
visibly
it.
hurt, but it's got its mindset on the prize. Tembo.
All right, Tembo is gonna go for the one that's coming at the party itself to defend them, and he's gonna try and bring his sword down on it, and that's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, it's
All right, that's gonna be 12 slashing damage.
you start running towards it as it's like going faster than you, and you basically just slice
You know
at
what?
its chest.
I'm gonna use a trip attack on it.
Okay,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna expend a superiority die, and that.
So dex check,
Oh,
right?
With Great Weapon Fighter, do I re-roll superiority die if it's a 2?
Does it add to damage? Or
Yeah,
not?
it's
I don't know.
damage.
I would.
Well, let's leave it for now.
Yeah, we'll leave it for now.
Okay, so that's it's gonna be 14 damage instead.
Okay.
And it needs to make a strength saving throw. It's only
Yeah,
large,
it
right?
totally fails. Yeah, it's only large.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it fails,
so
so it
it
trips.
it falls prone.
All right, so as it goes through, you basically swing your sword right at its feet, cutting its front legs, and it falls forward, sliding in the sand in front of you as it finally comes to a complete stop. Rhoda, these kitty cats are angry.
I toss the flame at the. Am I 30 feet away?
Yeah, we'll say it's almost close to Ed. Yeah.
Okay. At the one that is going for Ed.
Okay.
Tembo yells out, "Save the donkey! I've got this one!" As he like stands over it and ready to decapitate it.
Do I need to roll for produce flame once I have it? Do I need to
Yeah,
roll
it's for your d20. Yeah.
regular attack.
Yeah, it's ranged attack.
That would be. Wait, which
Produce flame is just
Dex.
like a ball, like a
Yeah.
fireball.
It's ranged.
Yeah.
It's ranged attack.
So d20 plus your spell casting modifier, which I think is written up on the top of your sheet.
Okay,
It's
that's
dex.
4.
Yeah.
So 14,
Spell plus 2.
Yeah, that hits. As the kitty cat quickly becomes on fire.
and I got a 7.
Okay.
That was damage. 7.
All right. So you basically throw this like little flame ball at it, and it sizzles and fizzles out. But the eye. Let me see here. The eye is no longer on the prize as the cat, the saber-tooth that's running towards Ed, basically realizes the amount of danger you pose to it as the party is just basically almost decimated this animal. Immediately turns around and runs and dashes beyond off into the and it cries out for its party member. Okay, so the other kitty cat basically goes through and it gets up and snaps at Rodan.
Yeah, me, you mean?
Yeah, Tembo.
Yeah.
And basically does some dice that I don't have. Okay. Oh, sorry. I should
Don't
say
take any
it
damage.
totally hits. By the way, yeah,
have
it,
What do you get?
it's a 16 plus.
Oh, yeah.
6.
I have a 16 AC, so.
Yeah, and he basically swipes at your face for 8 as he just whoosh, and immediately tries to run off after that. So he takes his movement, and you can have
An attack of
an
opportunity.
attack of opportunity on him.
What's the word for 4 times scarred?
That misses
Yeah.
horribly.
So he continues to run off as the kitties have felt threatened truly,
A little bit.
but all right, we're out of initiative. I was gonna say that was actually really well done because that cat was wrecked instantly.
Well,
It's because they messed with Ed.
it didn't check itself.
No, definitely not.
I look at Tebos to make sure it's not like something horribly like gaping wound that we can.
Nah, it's just a scratch.
I'm very upset about my arrow that I lost, and I just fall back.
Give me a Constitution saving throw on that.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm looking at is he like really opened up or not?
Constitution saving throw is going to be a 13.
Yeah, it is a gaping wound and it is bleeding out.
It hurts a little bit more than I thought.
All right.
So you take an additional 4 bleeding damage.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna.
It really hurts.
Just because I know that just keep yours for emergencies, and I'm gonna start layering the poultices that I've got and all over his face and sort of.
Okay.
It's not even on my face.
Super stings.
I thought it was like you said his face. Where did it?
Yeah, it is on his face. It super stings his face.
No, it is on my face.
Yeah, it swipes your face and then runs off and try to blind you. And then,
I was like, Tembo, quit being a baby. God,
You're mad. I lost an arrow.
You sound like Kira. Come on, stop. So after a minute, he gets
I'm better at dealing damage than taking it.
two healed for 2.
yeah, I'll say that you're able to staunch the wound, and
Okay.
he is got a half bloodied face from the saber-toothed cat wound, and
I'll, since it's nighttime and I know I'm gonna have to go get more supplies, I'll go ahead and use both. So it'll be like 2 minutes of doing this.
okay, sure, fair enough.
So 6.
Yeah,
so
there you
6
go.
more.
Heals up.
So
Yeah, and I think after that event, you guys kind of
I check on Ed, make sure
yeah,
he's
yeah,
okay.
Ed is cool. Ed was actually really frightened because he took note right in the last minute that the cat was kind of after
he's
him,
like, wait, what?
and it was slow because he was sleeping. He didn't know. Nobody kicked Ed.
Yeah, I couldn't.
But yeah,
Thank you
the
for
cats
that.
run off in
Probably
the
would've freaked
distance,
out.
and you guys are able to kind of pass the night pretty easily after that point.
I'm gonna take last watch so that I wake up first.
Yeah.
And take the opportunity if I feel it's safe enough to do the foraging to finish to
Sure, yeah. Is there a check for it?
No, I just have to spend a good hour looking
Okay,
around
yeah, fair
for
enough.
things. I can forage for food and.
I am gonna get
I
that
can do the
ration
same.
that I threw.
Okay, yeah, you get it back.
all
It's covered in
sandy and
sand
stuff.
now.
That's
Yeah.
alright, I'll eat it.
Okay,
And I
so,
trade it out with Timbo's without him noticing.
Get it in the morning.
Do you think we should do it together?
Sure.
Because I can forage. I have the same survival skills.
Give you a ski today.
So I'm gonna get enough food to sort of replenish what we've got, and it's for a morning breakfast, and bring back stuff for wake up Kira, the sleepyhead.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think after that point, you guys wake up in the morning, you continue on your journey, and you do find enough food because you're really good at it. You're really good at hunting deer, stuff like that.
Get some good berries. When you mesh it together, it's good glaze. This is good. It's gonna come out great. Let's wait.
Yeah.
Let's wait.
So you guys get to the original location of the pyramid. You find it with basically no problem. Do you guys keep Ed back? You put him back in the same house that you had?
Okay, I'll let
Yeah.
somebody else do
Is our
the.
house
I would
still
say the
there?
house is still there. It's only been like 5 days.
Perfect.
So you just basically put Ed
I
in
just
it, cover him
pick
back
him
up.
up and put him over the side. I don't know if I can do that.
Okay. So
If I can lift a tree, I can lift a donkey.
so you start to get close to the temple or the pyramid. What do you guys want to do?
Look at. I mean, did Kira ever explain in greater detail the look or whatever the person was that he kept on seeing? The
He did.
strange
I
man?
don't think he ever did. How would you have described?
Stay cloaked figure, the hood, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Um,
He's tall. He was
Tall, yeah.
very slender.
was he standing on the ground, or was he kind of floating ethereal in the air?
I would say that you never saw him walk. You just saw him standing there, and then within just an instant, he was kind of not there.
So I'm gonna kind of tell everybody to hang back. I'm gonna sneak a little bit up towards closer to the pyramid,
Okay.
and I want to see if I have the same feeling like I'm being watched.
Okay.
17.
17. You don't get the feeling of being watched at the time.
I kind of hang out for just like a few minutes to see if that ever comes back, or just kind of scouting out the area if I notice anything.
Yeah, I would say as you spend an extended period of time, you notice that The black stuff that was in the air isn't there, isn't present. You don't even hear sounds.
Does it look like it's been? Do I notice any like tracks or anything? Like it's been disturbed recently within the last few days?
Yeah, give me a perception check. Or yeah, perception's fine.
Nat 20.
What? All right. Yeah. You take note that as you start to kind of walk around, you're extremely stealthy, and you realize the area around the temple is completely vacant. There's no sounds of anybody around. There's the cages that were empty there at one point are also gone, and you see clear tracks heading to the east.
Okay.
The chanting, the darkness, it's all gone.
I go back to the party and
Actually, I will also say this. With the Nat 20, the hole to the temple is also gone. It is double dirt.
oh, okay. I go back to the party and relay that information. Seems no one is at the pyramid any longer. There are tracks leading off to the east. I feel the pyramid has been abandoned.
Is the east the water?
The east, immediately to the east, is a path to the beach to get to the water. You guys kind of like
Is that where the tracks lead?
Yeah, so I would say you guys had to get to a point where, like, and I remember how the map goes, it goes east and then eventually goes to the north and then it kind of dips down and goes back east again. Right before the point where it goes up north is where the turtle shell is, the rock turtle shell, and so you kind of go up before the point where the land goes north.
So there's an east coast.
So there is an east coast to where you're at. Yeah.
Can we see the beach from here?
Oh no, you're pretty far out.
And the tunnel that we had gone into is completely gone.
I kind of tell everybody, like, I think it's safe to approach the pyramid and
Yeah.
investigate.
So, like, is it filled in?
further.
Yeah. Actually, no.
Or does it look like it was never there?
It looks like it was filled in, and the tip of the pyramid that was kind of poking out before is still there. You can still tell, like, this is clearly the part that. And with that, you're able to point out that, like,
How did
the
they fill
cages
it
were
in so
dragged and
fast?
everything is gone.
Should we try to get into the pyramid? Should we just?
Are there any open holes, like air holes, or anything about the temple that allows us to understand or hear what's going on inside of it? Or
Give me a perception check.
14.
Looking around, aside from the hole that you knew that was there to get you in, you don't see anything else that might have, like a back door.
Or hear anything, smell anything?
You don't definitely
I
don't
wonder
hear
if they
anything.
buried the elves in the pyramid. Should we look, or should we just follow the tracks?
Let's hope they took them. We know that the people left.
I don't
they're
really
alive.
care about the elves, so we're out here to get Teeg.
Okay.
I mean, that's
It's true.
we don't owe any allegiance to them.
But they might tell us what these nightmares are happening.
We don't hear screams.
No.
We can't hear anything. It's filled in.
Hey, a call back to Arn, who's obviously going to hang way back.
He's with Ed. You just wave to him.
It's like pull, like to bring Ed forward.
I like it. Okay. And then I like bring it over.
It's like there's not someone behind you.
Mainly Ed.
Yeah, it's like, here's Ed. I don't even bother asking.
You and your missiles. I'm not sure. What to make of this.
But I recommend we follow the tracks that Kira found.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you recommend?
We follow the tracks.
Okay,
that
you follow
Kira
the tracks. Okay, so
that he
yeah.
found.
It sounded like you said don't recommend.
No, I recommend that we
Okay,
follow
yeah.
the tracks
Okay.
that Kira found.
So yeah. So you get Ed and you get everybody, the whole party together, and you start to follow it. I think it's pretty obvious to follow the tracks. It gets all the way out east, and you see that the cages are just basically being dragged, and so it's just a clear path. You get out to the East Coast beach, and you see that it just then heads up north.
Does it follow the beach then?
Yeah.
Oh. It's dry. They didn't take boats. Or...
How long does it take in for us to get?
It takes you about, like, I would say, like 2 hours or so to
Okay.
get down to the beach. But it's still noon at this point. Yeah.
We see across the beach line. Is there any evidence of anything like movement, or are we?
So I thought about this, and I remember to make a point to measure out the distance of that, and I don't know, but just give me a perception check.
I rolled really well. You want to use mine?
We could, I mean, you can look too. 12 for me.
25 for me.
Yeah. Nobody else is really able to make it out. You stand perched on top of. You're standing on top of Ed, just looking off in the distance. You can see that there is the land on the other side. It is raised really well. There's just like a little fog. It's far off in the distance, so you know you could probably like. You can't swim over there. It's not that close, but it is probably within 10 miles or so, I would say.
We don't see anything.
But you don't see anything up on the coast now.
Oh, so we're actually seeing the edge of the bay.
You're seeing the edge of the bay all the way, you know.
Oh, but there's no movement.
There's nothing there. Forge ahead.
You think they went to this trail?
Well, the trail leads that direction.
That doesn't make sense. Why would they have elves captive?
Doesn't matter if it makes sense. The trail is right here. Like,
My
what
supreme
part of
intellect
this?
is telling us
What
to
part
follow
of
the
this
trail.
has made sense?
Make good points.
I usually do.
What?
I could see that.
Just keep forge ahead.
Okay, so you guys follow the tracks. It's gonna. I don't know, do you guys just kind of tirelessly follow the tracks, or do you just? Is there going to be a point in which you guys feel like, okay, well, we're just going to stop at this point because it's futile?
Tembo will
How long do we
want to push as long as he can.
Okay.
What do we estimate the amount of time it would take?
It'll probably take about a day and a half to get all the way up north and then back because as you start to get closer north and north, it gets chillier. The terrain gets a little bit more difficult, and it's not just beach sand anymore. It's more like rough rocks.
Does everybody have
We
to
might
down.
need to leave Ed behind. 'Cause
Yeah.
if he breaks his
All
leg
this
or
sad
something.
violin music.
I
as You have to
know.
leave Ed
So-
behind.
Is Ed
Ern is like not.
biting his no. Is Ed trained to go back to the?
He is not
We're
trained to
so
find his
far
way
away.
back. No, you're like 2 days
so we're
away.
pretty much sure
If
Ed's dead.
If you hadn't noticed, there were giant cats back that way. They really wanted Ed.
So
How much
you
does
think-
Ed cost?
He's priceless.
I think
That was awesome. I like how Gio looked at him.
very well? They looked right at him. How dare you, sir?
I'm sorry, Ern. How much is Ed?
So we expect that if we let him go,
Oh, I
Ed's
kinda
probably
like
not
Ed.
going to survive. All right, well, pull the stuff off of him.
I'm the one
Okay.
that picked him out.
so. You guys just leave him there, and
If we live in there, he might as well die. If
Why?
we take him,
Okay.
it's gonna be hard. He may die, but he may make it alive.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, we have like magic and stuff. Maybe we can heal him if his leg breaks or something.
let's see if we can get him as far as possible. Unless he's slowing us down.
oh, so you're gonna take him with you?
Is he slowing us down?
It's rough terrain. I think everybody's mostly slowed down by it.
Did you say it's
He
difficult
actually be a
terrain?
little bit better than
It
us.
is. Well, I know that you don't really. You don't have a difficulty with the terrain, so you're able to just kind of plow forward.
And
Everybody
I'm
else
just
is having a
riding
rough
on his
time.
shoulders.
All right, yeah, you can ride on his shoulders apparently. Oh, okay, so it doesn't slow the travel down. All right, well, is Ed part of the group?
It's up to you. No, I'm fine.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Ard's arguing for it.
I will roll a D100 to determine
I
the
thought
fate of
Arn
Ed.
was a sorcerer, not a druid. What is this relationship?
I know. What is this relationship?
I think
You understand?
I think he's a donkey. Never mind.
He's the people's donkey.
Ed is not a trained He's not. He wasn't trained.
He
to
rolled
be in
initiative.
rough terrain. Yeah, he was gonna roll initiative to run away. To be fair, he's a donkey, not a fighter.
I mean,
Not a
Donkey,
warhorse.
not a fighter. Damn it, Jim.
So yeah, he is having a hard time trying to keep up on the rocks. Like for you guys, it's easy because you're able to easily point out like, hey, step here, step there.
Sure.
This is-
He's a
this is
half
best.
goat or something.
But
like that.
he's not able to understand the language.
Is Timbo encumbered if he carries it?
Can't you just like talk to it or something? You know animals.
Yeah, I could talk to him, but that's not gonna make him.
No,
go
you
any
can tell
faster.
where to step.
Arn,
Yes.
grab a carrot, feed the donkey, say goodbye.
I quickly turn away and start like clearing my
Yeah, this
eyes.
is like perfect music for this too.
Alright. I'm gonna RP the shit out of this. I'm gonna grab a carrot out of my bag and walk up to Arn slowly, petting him. You're gonna be okay, buddy.
Like target practicing on a tree. I'm just like.
You're gonna be okay.
He nudges you in acceptance of your petting and you know favors your
Now get
companionship.
going! You're not welcome here anymore.
It's confused. He's never seen this from you before.
Damn it, Ted. You need to go. And I turn my back on it and I storm away from the group, still clearing tears from my eyes.
That is amazing.
Tembo goes after you and just like gives you a great big bear hug.
Ed is confused.
I hug him back.
He eats his carrot. He chills out for a little bit as the party slowly moves on. As Ed is now kind of in this dangerous terrain.
Donkey in the middle of the terrain.
As you guys are probably like 5 minutes up, you get a good glance back as Ed is now peering over the ocean. Just staring off.
He's so goddamn majestic.
I want to say the whole time that Garrett and I were like really just thinking about the voyage and the terrain, and this whole time not really paying attention to that. I'm like, did he get rid of that damn donkey yet?
Oh my gosh, that's so good. So Ed's fate will be determined by these dice. You guys continue on, and the terrain is difficult as you guys meet your way around. We'll say that you're not really able to. There's no distractions beyond that, but the terrain does mask.
It's an ongoing
It
distraction.
is an ongoing distraction. No, I was gonna say there's no.
You remember the time?
Yeah, this music was like
Oh man, it's yeah. You can hear the horses in your ears, but you look back and it's not Ed. It's just in your head.
yeah.
And yeah, you guys make it across the inlet, and the terrain actually smooths out a lot more. And as fresh as can be, there are the tracks of these pages
That thing
continuing.
dragged these all over this rock and stuff.
We must be catching up.
We must have had at least 3 or 4 ends.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mention that.
Still too soon. Too soon, Gert. Too soon.
Wipe another tear.
So, yeah, do you guys continue to persist on? I think it's been at this point like another day of travel. And one more.
Have I ever been this close to Mistral?
No one's ever really kind of gone beyond this little inlet.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's the appropriate term, right? It's just kind of divots in, it's an inlet, right?
Yeah.
So,
Bay.
the bay.
It's a cod.
There we go. We got 4 terms for it now. 3 terms. So, as every time you kind of you find these tracks, as it's just this constant path that goes forward. It seems like the tracks get fresher and fresher, but you can't see anybody off in the distance. It's not. It just kind of persists on. You eventually get to the end where you can look across the water and see the other side now. Halfway through, you don't see Ed. He's not there. And
We're just too far away right now. He's fine.
yeah, he's probably okay.
I'm not even wasting a roll on perception to see if I can find it.
So you continue on
Have
as
no
you guys
heart.
get past the other side of this area. Let me pull up this little thing. You see off in the distance tall, aspiring buildings that go off up and long, far up in the sky. As you see, basically a large metropolis of what you would know as to be a Mistral, and the tracks lead straight into it. What's the name of it? Imistral.
Mistral.
Imstral.
The elves.
IMYSTR.
And yeah, and you guys know that this is the city of elves, also known as the city of the Black Lotus, which is a plant for the ranger and the druid. Black Lotus is a flower. Looks very much like a lily, but the petals are black, and it's not because they're dead. It's just that's the color they produce. It's black.
Does it look like that the path of these cages we've been following goes like right to the gates of this city?
Yeah.
Or does the city have like gates and a wall? Or
Yeah. So as you guys kind of approach the city, you see that the gates, the tracks kind of lead straight into it, and
Is it like manned? Like there are or elved?
yeah.
Are
So
there-
far away. Yeah, it helped. You guys are off in the distance, and you start to see that the path changes from being a sand color to basically a bone white color. As you guys start to step, you hear the crunch. The crunches as you start to walk, and you look down, and it's all bone dust, and you see very few pieces of actual bones still there.
what's
And-
what's the entry like based on where we were? Are we still like in like pretty heavy cover, like trees and jungle, or is it? Like
no, it's open. You're out on the beach.
Yeah, I imagine.
We're on the
so.
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actu-
Is there anything on the beach
We're sitting ducks
that
out
we're
here.
like hiding from, or are we just literally like 5 dudes?
I'd say there's probably a few rocks that you could try to
Sure.
hide behind. Yeah.
It's
Are there
so
riders?
open, though, like,
But
they
it
don't see
is
us.
a far open point. Like if someone were sitting up on top of a tower
Yeah.
somewhere, they'd probably be able to
They
make
see
it
us.
So
known.
we've been seen at this point.
Yeah. That's
what I'm
Probably.
wondering.
We have to assume it.
Yeah.
Do we see riders on the beach? Like anybody doing?
Yeah, do we
You-
see any?
You don't see nobody out.
Oh.
You see at the gates though, the gate of what, as passerbyers have kind of told you, or merchants have told you, kind of in passing as they would pass through Blacktail, that they would give you an idea of like what Imistral was like because they had been there at one point, or so they claim. Imistral is known for their front gate. It's the Bone Dust Gate, made from. It is a gate that was made from the bones of their enemies. And you can see it off in the distance. It's probably about 30 feet high, intricately designed, and at the very bottom stands very clear to you, 2 red armed guards, dressed in completely decked out in red, and they have like a little plume on the top of their head, and they're carrying like these spears and swords.
Are they stoic, or do they actually all out?
No, they don't do nothing.
You see us though?
You're too far away to tell.
Yeah.
You like elves and stuff. Why don't you go talk to them?
Brave men go forward, not expecting to return.
That's not
That's-
inspiration.
No,
So,
that. What the hell are you doing?
so just keep following the tracks. If
Okay.
they go
do you guys leave
Like,
them here for a little bit to go forward?
Did these
to talk?
tracks like just go straight between these two people?
Yeah.
through, they go through the. Are the gates open or closed?
They are closed.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the people are outside or up? I missed that.
Oh no, they're at the door.
They're at the
down-
door.
They're down. at
Are
the
they
door.
moving or are they just
No,
like,
they're just on guard, standing up.
like perfectly still?
No, not perfectly. Still.
Okay,
Like,
I'm
they're-
just making
they're-
sure
yeah,
that
they're
like
not-
they move a little bit. I'm just making sure it's
Yeah.
not like
every once in a
scarecrow
while
or
they
something,
kind
basically.
of shake their legs off a little bit, but
Okay.
I just slowly approach them until I feel like they've noticed me, but I stay at least 10 feet back.
okay, yeah, you can get up to them. They don't really take too. It's not that they don't take note of you. It's that they they're kind of trained to be.
Are they like
Still
the
on
British Royal Guard?
Oh no, not that
Like we
bad.
can go up and be like,
As- you're kind of far away.
Let's
and
not try that.
As
Stab.
as you get closer, one of them just kind of continues to stare forward as if he is watching the rest of the party. The one on the right kind of comes up to you and says, "It's your business."
I reply, I'm Michael Bennett. I say hello in Elvish and ask if we could gain entry to the city in a Mistral.
He doesn't appear to be elvish.
Mhm.
He's a half elf,
Mhm.
which is kind of an interesting thing to note. You see that his ears are just
Slightly
a lot
off.
less pointy than a normal elf that you would see with like a Lethe or something. He says, "Please, you could speak Atlantean to me. It's fine. No one is allowed inside the gates unless given explicit permission or given the appropriate motivation."
I turn back to look at Kira. It's like, give him a little symbol like this with a little bag.
And in our wonderful knowledge of each other for growing up for so many years, what does Kira interpret that as?
Well, do you understand what I'm starting to say? It's like,
hey, the man.
pay with
Oh.
money.
So how far away are we?
You guys are kind of just off in the distance a little
20,
bit, not too
30
far
So
away.
send the shortest person to scamper up with.
So I run up there with my amazing amount of gold, apparently.
I see. Well, all of mine is not with me, so that's my big issue. It's like I'm like,
I walk up there like flipping a gold coin.
Okay. Yeah, he says, well met, friend. And he says, the price for entry for the lot of you will be 50 gold.
I put the gold coin back in my purse. And I turn around. I don't say a word. I walk back to the
Then I'm afraid you
He
cannot
wants
enter.
50 gold. Do we have... we have enough. Do you want to give him 50 gold for entry?
I mean, that's only like. He's like thinking really hard. Like 5 gold each?
You're a rich man, Tyndall. I kind of just put my hand out to collect from everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone puts in?
Yeah.
I
throw it.
I look at you and I'm like,
Where's your gold?
Where's your gold?
I give him 9. That's all I've got. Is when we spent.
You spent all your money?
No,
give him-
it's not with
I
me.
give
Oh,
him
okay.
4 back.
Well, because we have to do. It's like we have to do 50, so it's gonna be 10.
Oh, it's 10 each,
10,
right?
10.
Yeah, I don't have.
Wait, did you actually fall?
Why am I still short? Who didn't pay?
Oh, so bad.
Wait a second. This might work.
So
I'm just
give
gonna
him
hand the guy
25.
25 gold. I'm just gonna put 25 gold in it.
right?
In a pouch or something.
Yeah, no. I sort of take the 25 gold because I don't know how to math.
Give me
Tie it up.
a deception check.
I'm so horrible at this. It's not even deceptive. I'm just like handing the guy.
I know,
gold.
but hey,
Alright.
you gotta give me
You
a
gotta
poker
see him
face.
with a wink.
21, baby.
Shit.
All right. He takes it. And he
I
says-
literally don't know I made a mistake here. It's like, yeah, that was 50.
Yeah.
That's why you pulled it off so well. You believe
He,
it. You believe the lie. It's not a lie anymore.
He weighs in his hand. He's like, excellent. The rules for the city.
What?
the rules.
The rules for the city. You shall not make noise.
Like,
Otherwise, you will be removed.
like
There is no noise to be made.
talking and stuff.
If we hear you making extravagant noise, you will be removed. If not,
So
sent to
tempo
prison.
kind of shifts and like the bronze of his armor makes noise and like that.
He pumps his chest as he's also got like this heavy bronze armor, and even a sharper blade. And he says, Yes, a worthy foe. You may enter. As he like knocks on the.
Peacocking.
He's peacocking.
It's like,
He's flexing his
Maybe
pecs
bro.
under his bronze armor. You can't see it. He knocks on the door a little
that's
bit,
strength.
and immediately the doors start to open. As this 30-foot door opens up, and it actually is very quiet. And it's, you hear just a little slight open, but he says, "For this price, you're able to be here for a week. If you leave, cost will be the same to come back, regardless of."
Before we go
Looking for a
in,
resort.
did you see anybody dragging cages?
I did. And we don't talk about those people.
What does he mean, those people?
So he beckons you to go in.
Do we see any like
Is it cobblestone?
tracks? Yeah.
Is it cobblestone or the dirt?
At this point, so you guys enter into the city, and
Why don't they drag those cages without making noise?
yeah, so
you think they would have been kicked out immediately?
yeah, so you enter into the city. You see tall metropolis. It would almost seem to be very inspiring, with except for the fact that the city used to be made of marble and alabaster. But you can note that most of the alabaster, except for the highest points, have been removed, like chiseled away, away from the buildings. What would have been almost the most beautiful buildings you've ever seen, is actually just horrendous, dirty, and the ground is just covered in inches of soot. And you could see that what should have been drag marks is now several footprints moving off into the city limits, or into the city proper. But most of the town just looks to be, it's completely empty. You don't see anybody in the streets, and you don't hear almost anything.
Do we notice? And I know we kind of were asking what the ground is like, but is there any indication of where those cage tracks might have?
At this point, the soot is thick, and you're also now inside the city. There's just several tracks just kind of going off into different areas. You do hear off in the distance kind of a cry out, like, "Mine!" And it echoes throughout all the walls.
What was the name?
There's this mine.
Oh, mine.
As in mine. Someone fighting on
And
something.
you hear the cry kind of echo out throughout the rest of the walls.
I look back at the guard and kind of like point.
This is, the door starts to already like close, like he's kind of ignoring, like it's not his job to be dealing with the inside city. And the door's closed, and as you start to kind of survey your area, you see that there's just, the city almost looks and feels like a maze. There's just streets, side streets, dark areas, dark alleys everywhere, and
What have we
welcome
gotten
to the
ourselves into?
How much does it cost to get out?
So welcome to the town of Imstrel. We're gonna call it quits.
That's a good point.
So I think that was a good session. It's 10 o'clock. Everybody who's been hanging out watching the show, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Stick around. We'll probably be back in 2 weeks, 3 weeks ish. I think everyone's got vacations and stuff like that, but we're gonna announce it on our Twitters. Give us the likes, the follows, or whatever people used to say about this thing.
Like, follow, subscribe, or
Yeah, like, follow,
something like
subscribe.
that.
We got a YouTube that has no videos on it, but there will be.
Bro fist.
And yeah, all that stuff. But other than that, thanks for everything. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.